to Fridays from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
on the morning drive.
103.5 FM DSN.
Yes, guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Please like, subscribe, and share. Right, hit the subscribe button right here. Remember to check out this book, Hip Hop and Igbo Culture by yours faithfully, Martin Ifeanyi. It's on Amazon.com. Check it out. Stick around for newspaper headlines on everyone at the FM. Check it. Good morning and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Today, the 9th day of April 2024. Today is Tuesday, and the time is a minute past the hour of 7. It's time for newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news, making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories, making the headlines. Please stay with us.
Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and all right to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that your complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that the complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
You're welcome back to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news, making the headlines on The Guardian, Leadership, Vanguard, Sun, Punch, Daily Post, The Nation. This day, and if time permits, we're also going to take a look at the Nigerian Tribune newspapers. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080 96661035. You can as well join us on Facebook as we're live at Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Drop your comments on the comment section of the live video. You can equally stream us online via mixlr.com/gistfm. I am Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper this morning. Ohaneze insists next President General must come from Rivers. UNDP offers 200 million naira support to Bayelsa MSMEs. Political strength without state. People's support amounts to nothing. Fubara tells foes. Ex-ASU president alleges distribution of national resources skewed against Igbo. Shaibu protests impeachment as Godwins emerge new deputy governor. PETAN advocates government initiatives, stakeholders, collaboration in oil, gas sector. Anambra schools to end daily academic activities by 2:30 p.m. TMSG defends electricity tariff hike. Federal government will launch its citizens tracker for project monitoring. Tinubu engages youth to boost health in 774 councils. Wike shuts International Conference Center over poor standard. Kiyamo hints at Emirates return to Nigerian roots. Naira nears 1,000 naira per dollar as CBN policies stress test banks, unlock liquidity. Wobbly opposition, PDP crisis gets messier as Labour Party battles internal bleeding. Court remands Emefiele in EFCC custody. Light Chapel appoints Bayo Adramola as general overseer. Japan urges Nigeria to harness use of potential for development. Federal government's policy trust will yield $1 trillion economy yearly for Nigeria, says IMPI. 1.9 billion naira fraud in Etiosa. Elebuchi Beach demands Navy's retraction on discovery of illegal fuel depot. Edema warns APC against malpractices, invalidation. Controversy trails government abduction of ex-Rivers Guba candidate, killing of Ace. Dredger bags live jail for defiling neighbor's daughter. Nigerian Customs Services intercepts live ammunition, tramadol, donkey genitals, worth 5.7 billion naira at Lagos Airport. Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps deploys 2,000 personnel for Salah. Armed robbery kingpin, 4 others nabbed in Abuja. Fire guts 3-story building in Lagos. Foundation first Lagos residents promotes good neighborliness. Ife. Modakeke crisis. Group denies alleged invasion of bandits in Oshun communities. Delta community laments a deplorable state of road 6 Oborowori. Niger Delta Development Commission's intervention. Lagos denies demolition Ikorodu school structures. Edel Fitri, make clean environment a habit. Loma boss appeals to residents. Edel Fitri, make clean environment a habit. Lagos State Waste Management Agency boss appeals to residents. Saudi Arabia, Nigeria Sultan declares Edel Fitri on Wednesday. GTCO posts to 609.3 billion naira full year PBT. Bauchi targets over 70 billion naira annual IGR. I will not disappoint you as FCT Minister, Wike tells King's men. New electricity tariff, step-by-step guide to check your service bands. Fears over possible outbreak of Lassa fever in Lokoja. Lawmakers allege plot to extend expired terms of local government area chairs in Rivers State. 60 PDP lawmakers strengthen defection over alleged infiltration by APC. Anambra schools to end daily academic activities 2:30 p.m. EFCC quizzes 14 suspected oil thieves in Port Harcourt. Detained Mayit Allah leader yet to make valid statement in DIA custody. Lawyer clarifies. List of Lagos areas on Band D to enjoy 8-hour electricity. Accidents claim 6 lives in Ogun. FR. United Arab Emirates Airline set to resume flights in Nigeria. Kiyamo. CBN mandates BDCs to sell dollar at 1,117 naira. Court remands Emefiele in EFCC custody as trial begins April 11th. Obaseki picks Omo Bayo as Edo Deputy Governor. Troops kill bandit leader Dangote. Dislodge ISWAP hideout in Yobe. Killed. Troops kill bandit leader Dangote. Dislodge ISWAP hideout in Yobe. Nigeria unveils app for citizens to track ministers' performance. CBN approves daily sales of $10,000 to 1,588 BDC operators. NCAA registration mandatory for drone operators. Police. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency arrests 319 suspects, seizes 4.7 tons of illicit drugs in Kanu. Commander. Yusuf pledges Kanu transformation, urges release of Ganduje. Probe. Report. I am not alone. Rwanda's remember 1999 genocide. Nigerian men arrested over Australian sextortion debt. Court remands Binance executive Gambarian in Kuje Correctional Center. Edo Assembly impeaches Deputy Governor Chaibu. Court orders a remand of Emefiele in EFCC custody. Federal government done with PPI pilot phase to improve electricity. Minister of Power, MFLA pleads not guilty to foreign exchange infractions. Tinubu congratulates Uduwole at 80. Troops kill 6 terrorists as a lieutenant dies in ambush. Defense headquarters. NYSC hits 35 members with service extension. Repeat in Bayelsa. I'm focused on fixing Nigeria's problems, not Labour Party's internal crisis, says Obi. Pandemonium in Imo as youth dies over alleged phone theft. Africa's digital sector contributes 5% to GDP. APC chief for state police recommends a special constabulary. Road to 500 billion recapitalization. Seek adjustment in share capital composition. Federal government recommends to well-being of Nigerians. That's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. From the Guardian newspaper, we'll flip over to leadership newspaper. Prada, Uzodema partners Naseni on innovative learning aids for people with disabilities, like Cubanas, Osborne Umar, people with disabilities, like Cubanas, Osborne Umar, revolutionize Nigerian hospitality sector. Like Cubanas, Osborne Umahi revolutionized Nigeria's hospitality sector. Sultan declares Wednesday, Edil Fitri. Unknown gunmen murder 2 brothers in Enugu. Court fines actress Halima Abubakar 10 million naira for defaming Apostle Suleiman. Nigeria thrives on nuclear space to boost energy sustainability. Nigeria, African Union set to develop national blue economy strategy. Health Insurance Group to deliver user-friendly experience with new website. Customs generates 45.23 billion naira, intercept 5.79 billion naira contraband at Lagos Airport. African Development Bank, Central Africa Republic forge alliance to tackle fragility, sustainable development. African Development Bank, Central Africa Republic forge alliance to tackle fragility, sustainable development. Here's Insurance Group to deliver user-friendly experience. We've taken this. Still on the stories making the headlines on the leadership newspaper this morning. Sub-Saharan Africa's 3.4% 2024 growth inadequate to curb poverty. World Bank. Nigeria will attain $1 trillion economic status in 8 years. Nigeria thrives on nuclear space to boost energy sustainability. Here's insurance. We've taken this. Tinubu will restore Nigeria's economy. Ex-Minister Odua. IBB, Atiku, Ogbeha, Wabara. Others eulogize David Mark at 76. Ondo governorship. Ayedatiwa has right of first refusal. AG. Oshun PDP. APC bicker over alleged weapon stockpiling. Labour Party denounces a proposed NLC stakeholders meeting as a jamboree. Still on the stories making the headlines on the leadership newspaper this morning. Oshime inspires Napoli comeback in 6-goal trailer win. CBN crashes US dollar rate to 1,101 naira per dollar. Offers $15.88 million. CBN crashes US dollar rate to 1,101 naira per dollar. Offers of $15.88 million. Prices of Tokumbo cars are still high despite a stronger naira. NGX Group invests in Ethiopia Securities Exchange. Forex inflow into NAFEM in March hits $3.75 billion. That's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning, from the leadership newspaper, will flip over to Vanguard newspaper. Artificial intelligence will enhance profitability in insurance sector. NICOM. Nigeria's inflation rate to remain high in 2024. World Bank. 86 traders affected in Lagos market fire. Court remands Emefiele in EFCC custody. How Chaibu's quest to stop impeachment led to his ouster. Ukwama. March 14th. March 14th killers war military fatigues. Eyewitness. Sultan declares Wednesday Eidel Fitri as a new moon not sighted. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Edo Chief Judge swears in 38-year-old Omobayo as Deputy Governor. Things to know about new Edo Deputy Governor Omobayo, marvelous. I will finish Obaseki's second term strong. Edo Deputy Governor Omobayo, God wins, vows 60 reps demand immediate resignation of PDP chair. Damagon. You will face sanctions. Lagos Commissioner of Police threatens DPOs over daylight phones theft. Court remands Ijele, speaks in Kefi prison over threat to life on Evangelist Ebuka Obi. Ramadan. Saudi declares Wednesday Eid Fitri. Ukwama. Gunmen who killed soldiers. Villagers wore military camouflage, says eyewitness. Court remands a Binance executive in prison custody over money laundering. Glow subscriber wins 12 million naira with 50 naira in Glow Win Wise games. I spent 13 months, 13 million naira on dialysis before transplant. Innocent, stage 5. For more on that story, please get yourself a copy of Vanguard newspaper. CBN bans forest-dominated collateral for Naira loans. My impeachment illegal. Attack on democracy. Philip Chaibu reacts. Court remands Emefiele in EFCC custody over abuse of office. Beta Edu. 50 bank accounts under investigation. EFCC. Expert gives insight on retirement planning strategies for Nigerians. CBN bans forest-dominated collateral for Naira loans. Forex loses hit currency dealers as CBN slashes BDC's rate to 1,117 Naira per dollar. That's the much we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. From the Vanguard newspaper, we'll flip over to the Sun newspaper. Not cited. Fasting continues today. NSCIA. Federal government launches a live tracker app for Nigerians to report ministers. Others, we will lead the charge for Igbo emancipation in Nigeria. Awuzie, new ADF president. Gavi pledges more vaccine support to Nigeria. Women tax Tinubu on 35% affirmative action. Federal government will taken this. Alleged fraud. Ex-governor. Buhari's minister on the run. Boardroom intrigues. Politics rip Eco electricity distribution company apart. Boardroom intrigues. Politics rip Eco electricity distribution company apart. Sultan directs Muslims to look for new moon of Shawwal. I won't disappoint you as FCT Minister Wike assures Kingsmen. Atiku knocks a federal government over Lagos Calabar Highway project. Socio-economic rights and accountability project sues Abure over failure to recall Ningi. Refer 3.7 trillion naira budget pardon to EFCC, ICPC. Operation Delta Sanity. How the Nigerian Navy is scaling up fight against oil theft. Labour Party crisis. Abure supporters storm NLC meeting venue to protest. AAC candidate Obara Ifo condemns impeachment of Chaibu, says due process was not followed. Governors on ending feud with the predecessors. Labour Party, NLC, rift. Obi calls for reconciliation. PDP, reps coalition, demands Damagum's resignation. Artificial intelligence impactful in printing press. JP Morgan. FCMB, firm hap on sustainable manufacturing. CBN prohibits depositors from using FX as a collateral for Naira loans. We will lead charge for Igbo emancipation. We've taken this. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Sun newspaper this morning. Milan ready to splash 40 million pounds on Boniface. The metering challenge. Paris 2024. Super Falcons set to sustain record over Bayana in South Africa. Ohaneze to release 2 books on Igbo story. World Health Day. Benue enrolls over 50,000 vulnerable persons, 5,500 internally displaced persons in HIS. That's the most we can take from the Sun newspaper this morning. From the Sun newspaper, we'll flip over to the Punch newspaper. Emefiele returns to EFCC custody, faces fourth arraignment April 25th. Total solar eclipse hits Mexico, US, Canada. Aiyedatiwa threatens lawsuit against lawyer questioning certificate. PDP wins 8 Bayelsa local government seats. 105 wards. Gunmen abduct a Rivers ex-governorship candidate, kill 2 loyalists. Probe Aiyedatiwa's alleged certificate forgery. Ondo aspirant petitions APC. Moment sun eclipsed in Dallas. Wadume welcomed after pledging to shun criminal lifestyle. Taraba monarch. Fund seekers gather eclipse. NLC sacks Abure to audit Labour Party accounts. Kanu rejects tribunal order, retains suspended anti-graft agency boss. Council members clash over 1.9 billion naira allegation against chair. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Sokoto gets a federal government's grains. Wike Fubara feud splits PDP. 60 reps demand the chairman's resignation. Olubadan, Ladoja, Kingmakers end the feud to nominate Olukuleyin. EFCC probes 50 accounts linked to humanitarian ministry. Sultan declares Wednesday, Eid Fitri, 70,500 security personnel deployed. Tinubu support group distribute 50,000 food packs. Obaseki swears in new deputy as assembly sacks Chaibu. Lagos lawmaker laments rising price of goods. Ogun governor appoints Onosanya as head of service. Lagos Calabar Highway return to library for real facts. Presidency tells Atiku. Unizik student traveling for burial feared kidnapped. Oyo governor condemns immigration personnel for beating transport officials. Total solar eclipse hits Mexico before moving to US, Canada. Lagos police boss orders clamp down on phone thieves. NEMA distributes relief items to Abuja people with disabilities after fire incident. No new moon seen. Sultan declares Wednesday, Eid Fitri. Electricity tariff. Reps won't allow Nigerians to suffer. Deputy Speaker, a nice idea. Elumelu weighs in on acquiring MPFL club. Beta Edu, EFCC recovers 30 billion naira, probes 50 bank accounts. Eid Fitri celebration. Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps deploys over 40,000 personnel nationwide. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Punch newspaper, we flip over to Daily Post newspaper. Ramadan, Sultan of Sokoto family declares Wednesday Eid Fitri. Catholic Church kicks against surrogacy, transgender, advocates respect for gay people. Eid Fitri. Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps deploys 3,500 personnel in Kwara. Ramadan, Saudi Arabia declares Wednesday Eid Fitri. Nigerian security, we've taken this. Bauchi earmarks 45 million naira for fight quarrel beds. Others, many rendered homeless as flood wreaks havoc in Russia. Eid Fitri, Bauchi governor approves 10,000 naira wage award to civil servants. Wike suspends all events at ICC Abuja. Beta Edu scandal. 30 billion naira recovered, 50 bank accounts under investigation, EFCC. Nigerian government flags off distribution of 42,000 metric tons of grains. That's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. From the Daily Post newspaper, we'll flip over to the Nation newspaper. Ex-militant leader Eberi Papa whisked away, 2 loyalists killed in Rivers. Government killed 30 security volunteers in Niger State. South-South governors meet in Bayelsa for regional reintegration. Saudi declares Wednesday Eid Fitri. Wike shots ICC for 8 months over poor maintenance. Paris 2024 Super Falcons arrive Pretoria ahead Olympic qualifiers. Sanwo-Olu presents Nubi branded car, says she's shifted mountains. Sanwo presents Nubi branded car, says she's shifted mountains. Paradigm Initiative to reintroduce digital rights, a freedom bill to National Assembly. My administration won't hold opposition, says Fubara. Everton deducted 2 points for second financial breach. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Leave Abure alone. Labour Party supporters tells Ajaero. Police recruitment. Specialist applicants set for test. Medical screening April 16th. Alleged money laundering. Court sends Binance executive Gambarayan to Abuja prison. Alleged $4.8 billion, 2.8 billion naira fraud. MFL pleads not guilty. Presidency knocks Atiku on claim over Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. Eclipse mania plunges parts of US, Canada, Mexico into darkness. Provide answers to alleged forgery. Edema to APC. Avoid Bayasa's fate in Ondo. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. We'll now go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning.
Join Divine Galilee Choir be on their weekly activities for your undiluted word of God, deliverance, and unlimited blessings. Every Tuesday, prophetic service and deliverance, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Every Thursday, counseling, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Every Friday, night of vengeance, 9 p.m. till dawn. Venue, permanent site, former Bujo bus stop, Edoma Estate, Ugidi. Phone 0806 797 or 0813-699-4615. For Asaba branch, every Monday is counseling 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Wednesdays, prophetic service and deliverance 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Sundays, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Venue number 5 Andy Oko Street, Bonsac, behind the Seat of Wisdom School, Asaba. Phone 0806 595 2899. Host Mommy Blessing, aka Anugo, the General Overseer. Come and experience the light of God.
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If these challenges on Ebonadi FM, who will, as the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be. Government, whatever. Street Report is here to make sense of it all. Street Report is causing social change across your streets. In your community. Street Report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you number the first every Friday 4:30 p.m. on Epona 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds in your face on Emas in Epona the corner 24/7 24/7.
Country people, another wonderful opportunity don't land for you to secure your own landed property for better location with small money before price go carry you go where you don't know. This one na legit info from the stables of Robin Fave Concept Limited. I know say you don't sabi that name by now. Robin Fave Concept Limited now big name for this real estate business. We get the track record and we dey deliver for everything we talk. Now we bring you Blessed Garden Estate, phase 1 and phase 2. Now we still bring you Airlight Garden Estate and Unique Garden Estate. All these estates, they're the capital city of Delta State, and people when sabi levels don't buy them finish. But no worry, because land no dey finish. And our work now to direct you go where you go get the best value for your money. This time, we don't carry and come your domot with the brand new Golden City Garden Estate, Otulu, just 2 minutes from Akuku Igbo local government secretariat. This one now confirm premium estate when you forget with small money when no go turn your eye at all. Just 400,000 naira for one plot inside our special promo when they on now. From now till 2 weeks time. This estate dey for Otulu off Asaba Benin Expressway, just 2 minutes from Asaba Housing Estate and 5 minutes from Wichtech Group of Companies. Golden City Garden Estate dey for good location when be say na only 20 minutes junction flyover, 10 minutes from Asaba International Airport, and e no far from the express road. For inside Golden City Garden Estate, you go enjoy light and water 247. The environment clean and the day serene for you and your family with good road network and street light go dey shine for every corner. You no go worry about security because solid fence dey around the estate and security men when dem train wella go man the gate 247. On top that one, recreational center dey for your maximum relaxation. Wetin you dey wait for? Waka come Robin Fave Concept Limited office make you collect your own plot inside the brand new Golden City Garden Estate. Because special promo dey on now, and for this promo season, you go get 464 square meters of land when be 50 by 100 one plot for only 400,000 naira. This promo na for only 2 weeks. So no dull yourself with only 400k. You don't become landlord inside this correct estate for we capital city. Call us today for 081 68 82 24 03. That is 081 68 32 24 03. I say 081 68 32 2403. Once we go allocate your land, give you sharply, plus give you deed of assignment, register survey plan, and government approved decision. When go show say even government confirm wetin we dey do, you no get anything to worry about. Now we dey run am. If you no get all the money to pay now, you fit dey pay small small for the one wey dem dey call installment payment plan. Whether na 3 months, 6 months, or even 12 months, as long as you no go turn your eye, better payment plan dey for you to choose. Take advantage of this special promo when dey on now unto say one plot of land 464 square meters na only 400,000 naira. Because once this promo end, the price go increase small. And the promo na just 2 weeks e go last. Secure the future for you and your family. Buy your own land today. Make yourself become landlord inside the new Golden City Garden Estate, Otulu, when be only 2 minutes from Akuku Igbo Local Government Secretariat. Come our office when they inside Jimok Petrol Station, Kilometer 8, Asaba Benin Expressway, Asaba, Delta State. Or call us on top 081 68 32 2403. That is 081 68 32 2403. I say 081 68 32 2403. Now, Robin Fave Concept Limited, they develop Golden City Garden Estate.
Ezinụlọ bụ ọdịmma obodo. Onye doziri ezinụlọ edozigo obodo. Family is the foundation of the society. Na ọdịmma ezinụlọ n'ebe ọ na-adị 103.5 FM bụ ebe anyị ga na-eti
papa, mama na ụmụaka maka ịmata ihe gbasara ezinụlọ sonyelu Classic Lady
emenarị Classic Lady
n'ebe ọ na-adị 103.5
FM n'oge ọdịmma ezinụlọ nke na-abịara gị every Tuesday na Friday 3 to 4 p.m.
Your newspaper headlines on Airborne at the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080-96661035. You can as well join us on Facebook as we are live at Airborne at the 103.5 FM. Drop your comment on the comment section of the live video. You can equally stream us online via mixlr.com/gistfm. We are on to the Nation newspaper. Edema to APC. Avoid Bayasa's fate in Ondo. Lawyer gets ultimatum to retract allegations. Police must explain alleged report, says security expert. That's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. From the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to MPFL. Shooting Stars claim famous win against Kanu Pillars. City's Guardiola wary of Benja seeking Madrid. Odegaard insists Arsenal not scared of Hurricane. Super Falcons set for winner takes it all clash with South Africa tonight. Super Falcons set for winner takes it all clash with South Africa tonight. Crescent moon not sighted. Fasting continues. Sultan says Ede Fitri holds Wednesday. Adoke, EFCC media trial and the court of law. That of a proof of complaint of non-compliance with the Electoral Act. It's time to redesign Hajj management, tackling Castana water crisis, thought on the new electricity tariff. FBN Holdings to seek shareholders' approval for 300 billion naira fresh capital. Discos raked in 3.2 trillion naira in 4 years amid negligible improvement in power supply. Firm partners Israeli experts to establish dairy farm in Abure. Cocoa farmers, only 10% of Nigeria cocoa beans are processed locally. APM Towners invest 96 man hours annually in learning. Chivita, Hollandia reaffirms commitment to rewarding customers. Lapo, TEDx, champions African women's ideas on global stage. Shell sees significantly low Quarter 1 LNG trading results. Federal government, Vietnam to explore rice, cashew value chains. Edo Assembly removes Deputy Governor Shaibu from office. Edo gets new deputy hire. CBN allocates FX to BDCs at 1,101 naira per dollar. That's the much we can take from this day newspaper this morning. From this day newspaper, we'll flip over to Nigerian Tribune. Brunu, non-governmental organization seeks media support for integration of de-radicalized terrorists, harnessing advanced technology to combat Nigeria's security challenges. Oladipupo Dapumu. Edel Fitri, Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps deploys 850 personnel in Gombe. EFCC not investigating Beta Edu for 30 billion naira. Sanwo-Olu urges Lagosians to continuously live in peace, love. Bayelsa MSMEs receive 200 million naira UNDP boost. Governor Abiodun appoints Kainde Onasanya as new head of service. Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. Atiku mixed up facts in criticizing Tinubu presidency. 2 killed in Anambra court war. Edo CRPP condemns Shaibu's impeachment. SDA Northeast Conference inaugurates new mission field for gospel spread. NCAA will taken this. Olubadan in council to meet for Olukoyin's nomination. Thursday, federal government's policy trust will boost FDI experts. That's the much we can take from the Nigerian Tribune this morning. That will also mark the conclusion of all that we have for you on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. We'll now flip over to our WhatsApp portal for reactions. On our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message that says, where we are today Some people are asking me, would they know, knowing a little about history, the present will become better, clearer, and one will be better able to see the future. In all candor, the economy will not come back to be exactly what it was a years back. It will change and evolve as it was years back. It will change and evolve as it has always. Okay, and it says positive or negative, only time will tell. But we are all here in Nigeria to prepare ourselves for prosperity, no matter which way the economy as a whole goes. China was a very poor country, but today China may soon be the richest country on earth. China is even battling that the US dollar no longer be the reserve currency of the world. If this happens, America is toast. Nigeria and Nigerians, let us be optimistic. Let's be optimistic. Comrade Manly Oduago from Odumobusi, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have this message is coming from the boss from Okozo, and it says Anambra Soludo is working on dedication, or I think your word is not complete, but I think you're trying to say dedication or eradication anyway. But thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have this message. It's coming from Agonabo. He's joining us from Ofa Aglozibo. And it says, Ohaneze Ndibo's saga. It is a welcome development if they will agree to be equal rights with our other Igbos or stop separating themselves from other Igbos as a result of Niger Delta mentalities, and then unite and make more improvements on politics in Nigeria, and also to stop marginalization, incessant killing, hardship, and kidnapping in southern. And he says, and the Emefiele trial saga is a very complicated crisis and need roundtable discussion and political settlement and release him unconditionally. The killing of gallant soldier in Agoma, Delta flight. Okay, he said, let army leave the land and bring in intelligent trained soldiers to fish out killers and not the other way around. We are watching as things are unfolding. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have this message. It is coming from Pauline Wizu from Onitsha, and it says Labour Party will put their house in order if they want to win election in future. Emefiele in custody is okay. Let him answer for his wrongdoings. Pauline Wizu from Onitsha, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have this message. It is coming from Engineer Ebuka Joshua Dawson from 33. And it says, what does EFCC mean as they have won schools, okay, as they won schools, supermarkets, hotels, and others against charging for services in the country in dollar or any other foreign currency? People be saying that the country needs to tackle the devastating effects of poverty and insecurity in the northern region of Nigeria through agriculture and industrial revolution is sounding somehow. He says, Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Benjamin Okezie Kalo, has said that the House of Representatives will debate on the recent hike in the electricity tariff upon the resumption of plenary later this month. It's a welcome development. Engineer Ebuka Joshua Dawson from 33. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have this message. This one is coming from Waloto Patrick from Monteje, and it says, let me use this opportunity to commend the governor of Anambra State, Professor Soludo, for announcing that Anambra State Schools' daily academic activities should end by 2:30 p.m. This is very commendable, and I think it should be supported by all the stakeholders in the state so as to make it a reality. It is like Governor Soludo read the minds of thousands of parents in the state who have, for a very long time, nursing the ill feelings against some school authorities who will grill particular primary school pupils from 7:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., which I suppose is the official daily school hours, and then continue in the name of lessons, which is not in the school curriculum. And by the time they finish around 5 p.m., they will still give the already weary and exhausted students litany of assignments to do at home. By doing all of these things, you will discover that the students will have no time to rest, not to talk of doing any other domestic chores. Therefore, I strongly believe that Soludo should be commended for the singular act and equally be supported. Mwaloto Patrick from Monteja, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have this message is coming from Honorable Abasi, aka Authority is More Than Power. And he says, EFCC Economic Financial Crime Commission recovers 30 billion naira investigating 50 accounts. Is a welcome development. But my question is that what have they been doing with other money that has been accounts? Is a welcome development. But my question is that what have they been doing with other money that has been recovered up to date? Because I know from military regime to date, the federal government of Nigeria have never told citizens of Nigeria what they have used the money recovered from EFCC to do. And then he says so that telling public about government about how government recovers money is no more a new thing in Nigeria, because we have seen 99, which is 100, and that is why Nigeria, God help Nigeria. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have this message. It's coming from Chike Obata from Obinetiti Okozo, and it says, Ohaneze said their president will be indigenous of River State. My question, have they agreed that they are Igbos? Tinubu will restore Nigeria economy by Stella Odua. We are watching. P2B is out to rebuild Nigeria Labour Party crisis. Won't stop his followers. Okay, remember to say, okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'll get back to you on that. Now we have this message. This one is coming from Opaka from Abu, and he says, our military officers are not safe in the hands of bandits, and when they succeed overwhelmingly, our officers, they will take over the government of the day. Truly, any community without a common ground will end up in a battleground. Nigerians are in dungeon under the APC government. Tinubu should stop his Steve Dawes service on Nigerians' economy. Nigerians are hungry. P2B and Labour Party. Patience is the key. Obaka from Abo. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We also have this message. It's coming from Valentine Edene from Umpo, and he says, Mr. Obi said he's rallying around how to fix Nigeria economy, that he has no time for now. My question this morning, what is work of P2B this time, or has he been appointed Minister of Economy or Minister of Finance? I know he's a patriotic leader, but cabals is a problem of Nigeria. Valentine and the net from Ubo, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have this message. This one is coming from Amechi Anene from Uru Ogidi, and he says, let our Igbos love one another. May God bless us all. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We will flip over to our Facebook portal for more reactions. On our Facebook portal, we have this message coming from Dr. Mrs. Mma Olebara from Owerri, and she says, it takes intellect, self-confidence, and power to move a nation forward, without which you suffer permanent limitation and become grounded. Let our leaders be proactive and rise up to the challenge. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Dr. Mrs. Mma Olebara from Owerri. We have this message coming from also Francis Naman from Amagunze in Enugu State, and he says, thank God it's another pleasant morning, and to God alone be all the glory. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. From our SMS portal this morning, we have this message that says, Unizik female student on burial feared kidnapped. It's too early to declare her missing because she may be on one person's house enjoying life, as there is no news. Kidnapped this weekend. Kidnapped this weekend reported in the state from Sir White Nice. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. On our WhatsApp, he is a saint or untouchable. Please, what of Buhari? Is it that a saint? Is he a saint or untouchable? What of Magu Bawa? Are they untouchable? Southeast and South must be careful. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now we have this message. It is coming from Kenneth Ndubisio Kapo from Omweze Omunachi, and it says EFCC discovery of 30 billion naira and 50 bank accounts on Beta Edu is a welcome development. But if government at the end of investigation had jailed any looter, it will serve as a deterrent to others. If there is transparency in government, most of politicians will go to jail. Secondly, I urge Governor Soludo to intensify actions on calls activities in Anambra. Ndubisi Okafor from Omweze Omunachi, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have this message. It's coming from Akedia Amoke, Onyanambana Omunachi, and it says, it's very bad, but we have to know the town and where in that Anambra, and that school dismissal time should make Ebona Day 103.5 FM. Remember, it comes your way weekdays in the morning once it's 7 o'clock. So keep it. And don't touch the dial of Ebona Day 103.5 FM once it's 8:20. This morning, we'll be back with Birthday Splash. Till we meet again, I am Martin. Have a blissful morning.
Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at Ebona, the 103.5 FM with Martin Ifeanyi Chukwu every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to Ebona 103.5 FM or you join /Gist FM Monday and Saturday.
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebona FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be, Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community, Street report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, number the force every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Ebona 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds
In your face.
on Emazine Ebona the corner
24/7. 24/7.
Ezinụlọ.
Ọdịmma ezinụlọ.
Ọdịmma ezinụlọ.
Ama ezinụlọ bụ ọdịmma obodo. Onye doziri ezinụlọ edozigo obodo.
Guys, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share, right? Hit the subscribe button right here. Remember to check out this book, Hip Hop and Igbo Culture by yours faithfully, Martin Ifeanyi Chukwu on Amazon.com. All right? Thank you.